What's up everybody? I'm Jared Poirier, you're watching the Galaxy Design channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. And in this video, I wanted to do something a little bit different than what I normally do on this channel. So this week on the Galaxy Design channel, it's story time. So this is the story about how I started my business, because I know a lot of you out there are thinking about taking the leap and you want to know how I did it. So here we go. Before I got into full-time graphic design and content creation, I was actually not doing anything related to that whatsoever. I was bartending, freelance bartending, basically working bar at a whole bunch of events venues throughout Toronto. And it was on my way to one of these bartending shifts one fateful day that I fell off my longboard and broke my collarbone. And after getting in the ambulance, riding to the hospital, getting my x-rays and consulting with the doctors, I learned that it was going to be a couple of months before I had any use of my right arm again, and about 4 to 6 months before I would go back to normal. And at the time, this was obviously incredibly distressing for me, as bartending was my main source of income, and I couldn't do any bartending without a right arm. But it ended up being a total blessing in disguise, because in that moment of desperation, without any way to make money, I actually decided that I was going to take this whole graphic design and content creation thing more seriously and start my own full-time business. So I knew that I wasn't going to be able to start a business without some type of funding, and I knew that in order to get funding, I needed to have a business plan. And writing a business plan might sound a bit intimidating at first, but it's actually a pretty simple process. Basically, you just lay out your business idea, and then you do some research to determine whether or not it's a viable business idea. You'll want to look into the health of the market, the health of your chosen industry, and also check out what your competitors are doing. And once I had that research done and I had prepared that business plan document, I actually was able to secure some funding with it. So I searched online and I found this program through the City of Toronto called Starter Company Plus. And with my newly written business plan, I applied for that program. And within a few weeks, I heard back from them that I had been accepted into the Starter Company Plus program, and I was so relieved and so excited. And the program itself was a lot more than just a grant. Obviously, the grant money, a few $1,000s, was incredibly helpful for setting up my business, but it was also paired with a coaching program. So I had the opportunity to work with Andrew, who is a really amazing business coach. He had tons of experience in business, and he really helped me set up my business the right way. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that it was an easy process. It took a lot of work, a lot of dedication, and it was incredibly intimidating. I had obviously done some freelance graphic design projects in the past, but in terms of starting and running a full-time business, I really had no idea what I was doing. But with the help of Andrew and the other staff at the Starter Company Plus program, I was able to refine my business idea and launch a viable business. And for the first few months, yes, I did run that business with one hand. My left hand right here on a keyboard was the only thing that I had, and turns out the only thing that I needed. And 4 months later, when my right arm actually healed, I didn't even think about going back to bartending because I was super excited to be running my own company. And I've been running that same business now, Galaxy Design Graphics, for a few years, and I've actually seen a surprising amount of success. But I don't want you guys to think that I'm some type of business genius. The only way that I've built what I have today is through hard work, through dedication, through making a lot of mistakes and learning along the way, just like everybody else does. And I know that a lot of you out there probably have a business idea that you're really passionate about, but you're uncertain that you have the skills and business knowledge to really succeed. And that's why I wanted to share this story with you guys, so that you know that when I started, I didn't know much about business either. Most of what I know now about sales funnels, marketing, accounting, that's all stuff that I had to learn along the way. But it's really important that you take those first baby steps way before you even feel comfortable doing so. And it took a personal crisis in my life to really make me take that leap. And a personal and financial crisis is what a lot of people are facing right now, given the current situation in the world. But I can tell you guys from experience that if it wasn't for that hardship that I faced, I would never have started my business in the first place. So if you're thinking about starting a business right now, I'd say go for it. Don't worry about all the details. All that stuff will fall into place later. Start with those first few baby steps, and you might seriously impress yourself with what you're capable of. I know that I did. So yeah, guys, that's the story of how I started my business. I just wanted to share that with you guys and give you a little bit of encouragement right now. If you've got a question for me about starting a business, leave it down in the comments or find me on social media at Galaxy Design TO. I'd be happy to help you out. But for now, that's gonna be it for this video. I really enjoyed sharing this story with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week.